So it's so nice. So talking to a camera and pretending that I'm talking to people. I do it in my daily basis, in my daily life. I talk to people, like I have like 30 in one class, around between 30 and 40, and the same in the other group. One group is in English, the other is in Spanish. I do it every day, every day, during weekdays, between September and December. And then the second term, I don't have class because I'm working research. But I volunteer to teach retired people about physics. I learned so much teaching the retired people, explaining to them. It's super nice because they've lived a life, even though they didn't study. They learn from it, and the attitude is so enthusiastic about. I think the camera is dirty. Let me try to hold on. Yeah, was a dust speck in the lens. So the first time I volunteered, to be honest, I volunteered in 2012 to give a lecture. And I went there with all my experiments, and I was so amazed by the public, by the attitude. I just can't, don't know how to express it. I went invited, but no, there was this yes, Sacramento, this professor of psychology professor, and told me these students are different. I say, how? He told me because they are old. Yeah, I thought they were old, and that's it. I didn't think about how they were. Say, last week this man came to me and said, sorry, I missed your last classes, but I have an infarction and I couldn't come. Oh, don't worry. And there was this other man that when they gave them the university card as a student, he cried because he wanted to study when he was young, and he couldn't. So after all his life, like bringing up children, working, and then when he retired, he could finally make his dream come true. So it was so nice. So I was so enthusiastic. So I don't tell you what I did. Yeah. So, but to my great surprise, they continue calling me for other how do you say, conferences, another, yeah. So for me it was so nice. So I tried to, the title was the same, but like physics is fun, or physics is not boring, or something like that. And every time the content was different because I was doing this new experiment for my students. I show them and new ideas that came to my mind, and then they offered me to teach for a whole term. It was 24 hours of class, and I couldn't because I think it's impossible. For 1 hour takes me like 3-4 days preparing. I can't prepare 24 hours. So I started to teach for 6, and I really loved it. So from that point on, they call me every year, once or twice. So last year I had 2 groups, and this year I have 1. And I remember finishing and saying, the students are so good that I have to, to be higher, to be better for them. So the only thing I can do is to write a textbook for them. And I started. And 1 year later, I didn't finish, but at least I have some experiments and some stories. And then the following year, I prepare more. The students were different, but for me, all students are the same. That's weird, for me, they are individual persons, but for me, they're like a group that have a responsibility to be a good professor. That's my, no. And yeah, but I have to say, now they are becoming intimate. Oh, the batteries aren't enough. No, it's charging. Yeah, I came to this is my kitchen. This is my Nespresso machine, and there are a lot of stuff that I should throw away. But anyway, yeah. So you get used to, yes, it shouldn't be that, but you use things and they are beautiful and you keep them, even though you should throw them. Most of them are pure trash. But anyway, it's past midnight. Today I was preparing the lab because I'm teaching physics in the gastronomy degree, which is, I like it very much. And I prepare a lab to tell them the basis of high cuisine and food science and technology. And it's a lot of time, it's time consuming, and this is the sixth time that I prepared this lab. And so last year I decided that I wasn't going to be stressed, but I still was. And this year I've decided that I have to enjoy, I have to enjoy. That's the point. Because sometimes I put too much stress on me, I carry too much on my shoulders, like wanted to be everything perfect. That's a problem that we face, scientists, since we want, I think, a lot of people, but I've seen that so by definition my database is biased because I work in university and I only see in the university people who have the same worries everywhere. But it's difficult to look at the camera because I'm like talking to myself, but anyway. And so when I talk to myself, I like to look at the infinite, look at the infinite or look to the infinite. I don't know how to say it, right? So see a spot. And how this professor, I think it's an age thing. He was teaching us statistical physics, and he found a point every time. We were there, right? And look at the spot that there was in the wall at the end of the class, that there was nothing there. He explained, he gave all the lessons looking at this spot. He never looked us in the eyes, and I didn't like it. So, okay, I'll try to look at the camera. What else? So this week I have a lot of lab sessions. I have 12 hours of lab. 8 of them the very same day. I would say it never happened before, but it did happened when I started teaching. 25 years ago, when I finished my degree.